Ba Lawson TV so and Lawson FM 96.3 Kumase ahojo run about and yewa Pino Plaza ebraso so memu samodo any amahodo so a yabobo na se nkonya do hwere ba ko a ede yanim yede nyina beto manimo ni nyina afiri ha no esanam ememia ahodo ye nuanom ya womwo sunwene etie bi ewo Union 88.3 FM Coronation Park wa Anepua 105.1 FM ahafo Kenya se dimpa German FM Jape Chrome P and a Kawan Wamo Efa and Semi being. The Dimo Aquatri B and say Edom Kuma a warm Rashabe Fee and then so I feel on say Edia Gua Banderson. Say a car what the cocoa a Quiafono, a banning yentria, no Maquia for Chiropa.
Managing Director Emma Ghana Water Company Limited. Ura Adam Mutawakilo, they are 2 years and Nipado Duanoa. Illegal connections in Kwan Womo Yo, Emwa, Emuchimu, Yadebrem.
So Obinya how I want to say Bomwa a year kidney. The above one say you never told the be a friend say dialysis so. Now no and head Emma Quality Management Unit. Ewo Woma omo here dialysis so no health insurance woman just said dey pass back for a bit my born ho kabra e na to dialysis so just abane bem.
Wodwa ne kire adanse asokwa MNC mu a Panikaso na coordinator Emma the District Roads Improvement Program Depo no aye Majid governor wada to dwa chem say empesua so akwan omde sa dip machine si aye pa no abradwe ne ntiase so edim chiremu eba
Yeko ayawa so east ya enkra yensa kan say MPP amanyokuo no ye wo ho no egyadam yidi adentia wo mo kire say wo mo cha aman no wode ntitemu bi ne ntrekesi bi ekoso a emfeva bi no nti ede abufo na aba
ene kire inhia so mra se ogene ogina ma de hia ho honorable Stephen Amwas te kana do na aboro mra ne we say 24-hour economy no a penifo de won se babeda wo mo no wo tun se penifo NDC fo dan tia sem na se ene wo mo ka emu nchiremu ye de ba
won na tia se
wo so na tia se o me de ba tia se won na won che na tia se
dia ye de bai eya rehosem eno ane na nyina utie Lawson TV na hwe utie ye ka ho a abaya ye frɛ no Sandra Boaten nurse ni no mo bekai baba yara na okohia na kwanhia bere wo pese okodi soja sesei oman na yiri ba akwama no wo da fie ya wo hunu amane oboafo ne hwan ogefo ne hwan ya bomode atu hwan na mo bebrebe na ye bedi ho nkoma nwumre
ane baba wura posifo akache wom da to dwa kyerem se asemo wura bi ejei osu afiri ye odi finhia adunum miensa wo mache no se nu bani wudwa no wodi o na ya no de apetese ne nema nyina frafra bi yere mu kyekirimu ebrem
ama hodro so ensemu Nigeria mampani eye Tinubu wabɔ no homɔden ama wama asrafo akom Kwara State mobakaya ɛhɔ na nansa nipa bonofo bi edi awurukasem kunkun nipa bebre no yɛbɛkɔ hɔ no ne akɔ sɛ asrafo no kɔɛ no akɔ sisai nsɛm na dɔson tifi nsɛm na yɛde ama mu nkyerɛmu no so yɛde bɛba yɛde aseda ɛma sɔfo wurako herbal center kurase doctor no wo yare no hwɛ ne kyerɛ kwan ɛwɔ kumase ya na wɔ moa wafu ana ya kese wo pese esote a sofo rako beboa wo wa wanum wi tramol cigarette achepa na pese oja ya wuntumi no ono kwa na wona aduro koko pressure diabetes ulcer yare ankaye prostate no sofo rako kumase na thank you Jesus for eno wo braman oban astrotef no ene Church of Pentecost auditorium wono na de aduro bia ba ye frɛ no rako heba mesha aduro no ye papa akurase aduro no pebi na to no bibia ni afra sofo rako ewo 0248 672271 anwumrei lawyer ne client and yesem konya do hwere baako ye ne mo besomo medi do duefo na na sabere pinaman na na penkrahene chiame me ne lawyer pani
mosomfo akonnoba opoku nyako afensam nya bre yantu abase nchechirimu fan emfama mo yesa se dia ye bawura managing director ono Ghana Water Limited ura Adam Mutawakilu no dia to dwa chim se mo a mo yusu nsu a muntu aka muntie ne yie mo a eduru ba bia illegal connections na mo ye na mo twinsu okom fie muntie ne yie what they said the California brepa eduru ba bia ensu ana akọ atwe ana akọ for how dia ba no ewom se galamse ni nyama esensu ne na so dipa dodo no a illegal connections nko a we no atapo no de free ya no atweko no fie we no ya twe free anu de kọ adwuma we no ya twe free anu de kọ wo so mabunku nta hunu se galon a wose ko mo pompema ye supply ma amanfo no wo mu ntimi nya ni nyina ne se eduru bia nsuo no bi pa ne kọ bi twitwiko mu fie ehun sem bebrebe ento de to Ghana fo nyinam se manum ya wo mate task force bi diom dia ma wo mo National Revenue Enhancement Team. Na sabe wo mo mapa wo mo do mo form sa committee no. Ghana Water Company fo no bi wom, apolice fo wom, asoja fo wom. Kire se wo mo bana ye pere a. Aish. Wa ba say yes mema na aba no. Wa wo mo kura na wa na adi mi kwa kire o me say ma ye legal connection mo fa me nko. Afa mu am de kanyina muntuatua made na ensuo no mutimi supply ne nya kama. Yenti ensam a owura Adam Mutawakilu woni Lawson bonkoma waka ede akire ebo amaden se be benya ene no brapam yenya ne no a ensema do waka no ye bebo ni nyina na ye de akire mo kwabra
ye beko eye koko mu abusia moye awe dada ya ka kire obi a be se ekeka kọ bosome benson wotwe ya chese koko akuafo yenya sika ma wo mo na eno nsam sore aso no enya agro ehwo aseba kopie mara hye begefie no eka ho asem enenso yasa ka ho asem na ne mo beka ya honorable Robert Safo Mensa Boba ya na oye MP esunafo North na emire bi atwemo osabe ye empanifo ya hwe sports council so eno de krata aba bonte a osra aban we say ono Robert Safo Mensa Boba no oyekuani na aban we amakuafo ho akire papa de aban we ye no ase onwene akuafo ho enye saa so no be propose no okeka kire akuafo onya post no wie wo say afa de sabe ayi kotonfa ne bo nti wonfa akuafo ho biem honorable Robert Safo Mensa Boba ade ato aban no say wonye do be bia na ne kire ya na akuafo ensa nka mo kokko sika na bra ono de krata ba bonte no na akomra hye begefie so a ranking member e wo mra hye begefie food and agriculture affairs committee no na honorable Isaac ya opoku na ode atudwa se aba wei de wo ye no wono so na nye ho edom kuma ni nyina nye de aba ye no ho esan say e wo se ka cocoa board edi sika ama wo mu a wo motumi amune to cocoa no ye from say license buying companies no na so sikara kodi cocoa board for honom wo mu pese mo de ma wo mo se cocoa board edi wo mu a ya mo mutumi so mo fa nto cocoa license buying companies no cocoa board edi wo ka 10 billion Ghana cedis da ben na cocoa board edi ma wo mu a agon ubusa cocoa board for a agon edi na mo yesa no enti wo mu ka kira ban we say wa gudu woni ma sepa wo cocoa akuafo mu titiri pa ne wo mu a omdo cocoa no ena bio wo de ntregese ena deda akuafo saa na obeye omampani ena obaye no ompese ode akuafo eye bibia enti de oyeyi eye ne papa mu a se wo ma akuafo ho kire wo mo ene ho krode ba bebre na ka hwese betumenya owura Isaac ewie ne ne no ewa hanti no honorable Isaac Apoku ene no aye krado yo ebre semu no yenya ye bebo ne
yo ene akra anse ne bebo ne no basare so kase ba ba ne se sokoban enkwanhia bi asi na wedie ye nua na naje ewo ho ewodum chirem nana
ira
be me na madwe
meju se bro da se bre
mo yerim se nya bokode na yenya ntie se kwanhia bi asi e ba ne se nie una ho
yo me da se na me tie wa tie fo nyina na wa hwefo nyina ni tie wa twa nyina se eye Kia Bongo ibi GT car number GT 9Y46U na olo ensa eye kasaprekunsa bia wore eko na would free sokoban wo sane akọ station hwa na winu ya wada mo ferry break na dosto bi a wo chenche na mo sokoban station hwa so wa sha won so a yewura nipa ise ka be na de wakani nyina bom nipa miensa aprapa sebrade a mamua mpepa mnu kase sabre nya de a ebenya wo mu ai do mu ko emergency wo konfano chi
there's a break no afele na kofa ho we dia bai
wo feli break fro esro ho saad wo lisane ya wanya ba bia amfa go wura se station wo dosto bi wo ho a wo mu chenchina mo adim wo dosto wura no ne wo chenchina mo ni mo mo de bebre no ani pa bebre na prepra so wo hwade ekoso wo sokoban krom wo a sabre ho bonye traffic esi wo no menua sabre wo free eye ahojo na obesa kosokoban ekọ kwanuma afranko nkolia so ampe bia no jam fana so bedi so dia ade be chen na de asie no
makoba ne say bambofo aba se be ya traffic no won bobo ama car na timi akọ na de ba so timi aba bambofo aba ho
emprepra me kasa mutiti fo aba mo direct kwan no fa asene menua ekoso den o sisi emprepra me no kasa diti ai apolifo wa bɔ hu mɔden pa a wo mu gyina hɔ a wo mu yɛ mɔfam de aboa ɛna ebi wo mu so temamfo so boa bi sɛ bɛyɛ a yɛ nyinaa ma saa traffic na asie ne nyinaa no ɛbɛma ɛso ate a yɛ nyinaa ɛbɔ ho ban sɛ deɛ asomdwe bɛba abɔ ne bia nsi bio nti wo bu sɛ ma me nua saa na ɛkyɛ pɛpɛpɛ
yo nana je we de aseda wada ma wo we de akyire bi abedu brɛ ka sɛ bɔ no ba wie no na traffic ni ade puntu abamu na ade ho sempa ma yɛ why
lɔya de bɛsi bia nso mema wɔ tiefo ne wɔhwɛfo so aso nti bi da sɛ
yɛda se pi nyame onhyira wo so ko ban kwanhye asie na nana je wade mu nkyire mu ama yi akora ɛne yɛnto anwure wa we de ofeli break na gbagbagbagbagbagbagbagba ɛsɛ nkyena mura no ma wɔ hɔ ne de
sɛbo yo ye be free honom na busafo ye ka se ye do bi ato dialysis so a na e kire se wanya kidney o how na no wonya ne saa de e wo se nansa na bia ukwa asopiti na ukọ so a sika ye gi wono enei no enenam de wo honom na no na doctor bi a che se wa pipa e wo dialysis mu na ono so de hweso e de ato dwa se den papa say nipa baakofo a wonya kidney wo hawo wo behwe ne ho saa kopin say wo bewuo wo say den gisa aban ne bam Dr. NS Asiedu ene de saa asem atu ya oye head Emma Quality Management Unit and oye lead coordinator ewo implementation of the National Healthcare Quality Strategy na ewo ministry Dr. NS Asiedu chiresem se abana nsomu a obua wontumi ne se no mai ne se wo manya asopiti bia wo mo de enya asopiti mpo eye ankrankra health insurance ni bi wo mo de se wo kidney problem a wokọ a no omeyo health insurance amount enti wo mom de wo metima hwe saa ho ne se wo nya do mani a kire abane de no enya yi saa na doctor said we nyina akoto jabra na St. Michael's Hospital dialysis and eye clinic wala pass no wo mo pa ho ntoma na doctor NSS do edikoto dwa yenti ensam bi a okafa we ho
Ministry of Health as say they were the friend universal health coverage. The universal health coverage no to don die Ghanaian no nia ye pese kan say I will say obia to me access to high quality healthcare timely without any barrier to financial aid. It is in the healthcare they are expensive. And the government today as I said ordinary me go akwa mu say na be ya sikasem and na ye barrier say pass obi ehia apomusha na say eno nche da nye nti no na ye the national health insurance scheme no about to say dey eno na betua the time be as say be obi enti akwa the man no na kan ho say obi kwa akopɛ apomusha ntem na ye ba hai hospital very great edifice but currently no money insurance so then you need to ga and you catch a board and management and say a bit me one also a bit open up moment to subscribe to the national health insurance scheme na advantage kakra wo be boa various communities in United States. They say you know a revised tariff on national insurance authority a revised tariffs so about 120% into no they say the figures no a year amount of the reimburse institutions now maybe be credential a year and you know for the investor coverage name basic assembly barrier media so almost subscribing to the national health insurance now a idea a lot of the Ghanaians you know every time access dialysis services or Ghana now near other back also what they say because investor coverage my nyama bebre the kind awareness creation and as a public health education near church apomudemu is very important. But also me no nyama everything dey aboy mobile near prevention.
We a Dr. NS Asiedu ono na oye head quality management unit and oye lead coordinator implementation of the National Health Quality Strategy Ministry of Health. Na enwachi no na chief operations officer Emma St. Michael's Specialist Hospital. Ya no mkopa hontuma Dr. Asiedu kokasa ye no Mrs. Christiana Yaba Aglago. Wode betu gya say wo mo de na o ma bie no eye ultra modern renal unit. Ya bibia ebeboa amobi a wonya
called the non-revenue water. In that case, we need unaccounted water. dialysis unit them say more be about 2 years ago and for say you mo because machines no break down kolebu so practically to center at a point into one am common shots here but say then you should be to be there and share for more kidney problems and until you say 12 chairs ye a best service patients be brave and the crowd will say ye be Monday to Saturday so the be ya bit imagine coffee brave say can't dialysis sessions no I na a 3 or 2 sessions in a day until and yes so you pack a people bit at a particular point in time 12 chairs but 12 chairs a bit maybe 36 in a day because of the sessions now you're running on and accessibility once them say be ya and crofobit in 20 no ne bo no e wo fom kra ye ne kolebu nyina ye bo e ye pe nti se wutumi e kolebu ekogye dialysis ayaresa obetimi so abaha ye gusoa ene NHIS for e kasa se be ya ebedi NHIS e wo
Mrs. Christiana Yaba Agalago and the Chief Operations Officer, St. Michael's Specialist Hospital. Fufreya wapa hontumano ena wakasei.
Eni ebeku ya chika krania kamo. Se Managing Director Emma Ghana Water Limited ura ada muta wakili wadiko kobanse mwama ya kanwasi machem so mo etia bejafubi. Nonu ankasa ni cheche mo de maye no busuya muminti kakra.
We call the non-revenue water. In that case, we mean unaccounted water. What we the water we are not able to account for, which they are split into two. We have commercial and technical losses. And as of December 2024, per our audited financial statement, the non-revenue water stood at 52%. So in this case, nationally, out of the 220 million gallons demand or water produce, about 106 is what we can account for, and 114 is unaccounted for. So we produce 220 million gallons a day, and we can account for only 106 million gallons. The 114 cannot account for it. That is revenue lost. Even though produced, our customers have not received that water, and therefore it cannot be accounted. And within Accra alone, out of the 137 million gallons a day we produce, we can only account for 66 million gallons a day. We are not able to account for 71 million gallons a day. Somebody might ask, what constitutes non-revenue water? Non-revenue water is classified into two. We have the technical losses, which are the fiscal leakages or bust, and then we have the commercial losses, which is as a result of illegal.
Yo, abusafo ne owura adamuta wakili odi abaka won se wasinsuo mu pompe no gallon no million ahanu aduen 220 million gallons eno mu produce ma ye ni nyansuo num na enunu mu no dom timbu ho nkonta se nsuo pompe ye koye no 106 million gallons no million wa hanin sian de ko ha consistence fie ko posa fie ko asona ba ibu hu konta nemom gallon million wa hani duna de 114 million gallons de ye hunu ensuo so ko ye hunu de ko ehin na sika no ko ho na je se sika no ensuo ko wura hen aish wo mu hunu na enkrankura keke no wo mu produce ankure gallon no million no wa ha aduasan so 137 million gallons emu 66 million gallons million aduasiansia ene timbu hu konta chese waterfo bu konta sikai na yenya enemom gallon no million aduaso ba ko de eno so yentimu hu konta etomatiase adwene ho ahunu se ene sikai fa he ensuo no ekwa he for the nsuo ko omo eni tine sabe de omo se wo ma edeka wo ye legal connection eni e ka hu nyina wo mutu wanamo a o mate abadwafo bi a wo no sa adwumede ahye wo msanti abusafo se ofie illegal eni e disconnect no the free china ko omo sha se aba
wo man ho ne enkoche wo mo I was here as a jelly manfo.
That's all.
And never
illegal connection say.
Kasa na dos.
Kasa na dos. We can say come back.
Only say illegal illegal. Now I hear much na na kokko. Ya jelly no. Ya fine no. So Kunya kasa na no.
Nansu 114 million gallons. Ye mutimi mu ho kwanta.
Na ye ne ye chetua.
Sedimenti.
Abusafo ye befiri honom. Ye kwa MPP amanyoko no mu eye ayawa so East constituency enkramantam asem na mekan. By election aba ya enche oba beto aba honom. Na sesi ye polling station for ne mpanifo bi de sobo ebo wo mo regional chairman Divine Otu Agohom. Se wa hase ye ntrekese bi na wo de tetemu bi ni mpapamu bi eba party no mu. Ya emwa party no wo kwan bia so. Wase wama division kyesem papa mu aba party no mu entinya chairman de wo sa wo ye na wo ye no chairman de nka wotwe obi abata ho na so by election unity no wo he chairman anim kura na abo afu wo kɔ nhyɛ na wo mu nanim woni sɛ wo ba pri binti saa no mo ye na ba ko otimi ne edi nkomo no Masawudu Bamba wono so eye empanifo no bi no ye police station executives ni bia wo de mu ntie nsɛm Bamba ne ye kan ye.
We are interested about the seats. What we know is that they should call those parties that are interested, and both national and region, they should come down to verify who is a marketed candidate, who is popular. We want the one who can bring votes beyond MPP fraternity. So here is the case. If you will not stand up about this thing, they open the nomination. Either they brought them together to choose the candidate that everybody. You would see that it was a free and fair. If they did that, we have no problem. But here is the key. We are not going to allow the imposed candidate.
We Masawudu Bamba ya ono polling station chairman ewo ayawa so east. Nenu eche no Alhaji Kakra so ye polling station chairman odi tuya se wo mo hunu ntrekesi bia wo mo regional chairman Divine Otu wono wo obi ope na asempa ene opese kan ne ken sa nipa no mom na obepre wom soro wom se sa nipa no onye marketable uto na ye nto se de na uto na ye nto de ntie alaje na mu
by election abey we expect say region and national over form on back grounds was ye won nipa 4 on person contesting first year Audi on a former assembly member. Your Ajia Salma Kuta, on a former MC of East Awaso. Your Mama Spain, a businessman who is marketable himself very well, as well as your General Secretary Babali. Some comfort for you, on my intention said, Pioma, they will go for but they will contest for the by election. Because because what we heard and the idea say you presenter prime minister by Monday they will come and sit on the panel to see these 4 people who is marketable.
And yet Alhaji Kakra ayawa so East constituency or a police station chairman the omo chairman regional chairman Divine ya omani nye ho na mati
ani abusuane ekọ ma emra asem jefe ya bom amane dada senra Uram Hama Yarga dia to 24-hour economy authority bill no on the Bamra Shabi Fia Mabubu who achese adaje mukura nti wo ma hyase ka ho nsem na no na adwa ne kire nhia so amrasha odwane ogina ma de hye honorable Steven Amwa honorable Stika wode ato ya chechem won watiase abunkunta hunu se ensem no a ewo saa bill no nyina no oh sani andi fosi ha ho mani sikaye no nya saa kura na etie kura na saa so man hyada antia de na se eno mo de ho sempa aba wo se ekire se eye ntoaso adwumadie bi no mo ba bedie ebinom bakwa no pa ekudura nwumre najo na ebinom so akọ na nunum no abannwuma mu kuadwuma mu ebeboa ama manfo bebe so anya adwuma ye ebeboa ama yasetem ne manyina etima koye saa ne mpanifo na aka no na so ande onu se se na sitie no enya saa kura eye politics nsensem no mo keka ne bebrebe afe ba ye na sam no omdwene wo monte ase nto ande wo ka kire mo se ne ebeboa pa mo ma na tima tumpon na ye kama no amamuo no wo munhwe ne yie afe sika aban no edi wo nhwe ne yie afe to ankrofo adwire dua mu ntuatua ne adade no wo munhwe ne yie saa de ma nyina no sempanifo de gu akwamu na de wo mo keka de se 25 akona me de wo sempanifo no akwa nhyɛ dante ase yentie honorable Steven Amwane Mrasabjafia Wakabi.
A manufacturing framework that they have researched and appraised for us to believe in this policy. We live in this country. I'm not wishing them bad. If it's good, it's for this country. But I am telling you, Mr. Speaker, and the entire Ghanaian community, it is not something they've thought through. I'm not saying it's not a good thing. Mr. Speaker, the 24-hour economy my brothers from the NDC side are talking about, they have no idea about what they want to do.
Observe honorable Steviamo, no one will be up and Mrasha Sujina Mama for more at the crew. One or so for so a quay and some so Ura Kwame governs Agbaja. No, that's a bra. One I want to add in. I say, Yan and by yet, I say. Najishani, as you say, Papa, be my mouth for your Jumaye, a woman Yama Koye. Now, what's to say? I don't come on, Kai. Woman ya brand Kaya Samno, one who and Nimunwa headline Wana, or my house on Sabab until number 2 to a group of money. Or catch and say, say, among 4 crash, I say, Cray, you mandate a 24-hour economy. Oh, Jidema Passa, a babua, and don't come on no more among whom some Nanya Kama, yet honorable Kwame governs Agbaja.
Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, he obviously did not read this, so he put those things out. Mr. Speaker, I read the bill and I read the memorandum. It is a very good thing, Mr. Speaker. And that is why I was, at least he said something, that in his view, the policy is not wrong. But in his view, it is good policy, but he thinks that we do not know what we are doing. At least he knows that the policy is good. And this is why I'm coming to tell him one of the good things about the policy. Mr. Speaker, the 24-hour economy policy is not a project where you have a sword cutting, where you have an office set up and then there will be things like the budget you talk about. It's about coordination. Once you see the definition of this, you understand what it means. Mr. Speaker, I also hear him saying that what we promised was to have entities running 24 hours, and he's not sure if any private enterprise is doing that. Mr. Speaker, the 24-hour economy is already in motion. Mr. Speaker, the object of the bill, let me read paragraph 5. The object of the bill is to establish a 24-hour economy authority to ensure the integration, sustainable transformation of national system for economic production, supply chain, market and labor power development, and to provide related matters. Mr. Speaker, for you to have a clear synergy between the supply chain, good roads in this country. The whole point of the big push is to serve as a catalyst to address these things. So the 24-hour economy is not yet coming. It is already here being implemented. And Mr. Speaker, let me tell you this. There are contractors working under the big push who are currently working 24 hours to make sure
Honorable Kwame governs Argentina. We to man in real to man also contractor for the crowd. Umi Ajuma na Juana Junior and to be called and a Pacusia, you may be so when you could pimp Sadia Betchain into no Tiabus of Ebediache, Nebu have Besadia Cajon, Dache, which the Munina Ebeba.
Abusa for Bekaya, a frase, and the Beto Jasa or fast soja for. Na Kumasi Anum, baby, a year fast soja for no more coino, or how Kakrabai, Emma, they see a moting, and crying baby we. Amo mampani ekwasra womo eka nsem bebre efa ho se obehwe womo Kumasi hanom ewuraba ba ko a ne de no na ehu pa ye besi ne onyenya ahotoda eye Sandra Boatin enya mfinhie aduonu enan wo ye nurse ni owie nurse fontete yi na otifie ye mposu no enti otisa ye fa asrafo no o se sebe ensa enya adwuma no bonsa bone pa amonya adwuma ye sana tede a mekọ akọso ma ho oden se ye fa me soja de a me nurse ni masa wura soja for krom hia nurse for wakobi de esi ya no eka wuraba yi eme ne betom konfa no che aban asopete mubeka ya emu honom na Lawson TV anopa Ghana sese so kwa metanko tena dwomu na wodi ho nkomo na wakase enkrade ano omampani mpo akwa womo a womo awuwo no ne womo amayare no ye prepra no akwahwe abusuafo adodo womo ahye mo nkran akado beka na santimante mo de yenya pani bi ama ne nkɔhwɛ Sandra Boatin e wo konfa na che honom na gahwɛ ka omampani ye bi wonkran no enka wo regional minister wo na wo hwɛ asantimante mo so nka we so bɛkɔ akɔhwɛ no wonkɔe emu no na mo kaya regional minister call ni Facebook ekotwere wo say yen Lawson for the eka no jandam che say ye siremu kan sama enimo atrosem ne honkro ne ba ade eka ampa so na ye de ka kan ye no na onkoi akire yi ene obekọ say ne ye ne ono ane Piero edi nkomo ama o kire mu say onkoi enso na regional minister twa yen adam say ye jandam ye kan tro ye hunu ye ne eka ene honkro ne ba ene ya make say Uraba Sandra Boaten nyame ene ye bɔ ne mpa say nyame beje no ne nkwa eda esan so sei se nyame amam bia na asem papa bia ene kakra wo ye nimi adentia Uraba no ye yina ba fie ya efie wo no e wo se kada bia busu
na jibe 12 nyina ne ye kasa
kapre emmo tumano dama enhye moto enti fa no ko se de wo se siko abani se bo se wo mo a wo ko sa wa ha wo nyina mu ye behwe wo mo eso ababia ni obia enne ni emehwe Uraba Sandra Boaten akwaya Uraba sam kese papa mo hen ti su efie no da enne ho ana abusafo ko we de no da ayibo ambulance na efie na sesi a woda ye hwe ya ba mo de ko ni papa Uraba Benjamin Boaten akodi ko ye o ye da ni da so ni na fe akati
ma me mo ana ma continue wo mo a te tuwi na ya ko ba steps in continue my year for 12 years quiet for 12 good years. Then the January. But now, come back to me, I do. Yeah, sure. You do a year to Garden City University, level 400. Got a semester back for Febraury. Anka assignment, I am a man. My age. My 7. Where you know much, say, who are moped. Na mwashe kotu aba mabusia yako ne mum yansa ne yade ne de ende yenkobu kwa appointment entime o mampani de mese no ane se o ma na sinya mu nya na sina baby amampani no obi a wontwa na ne mere o ba no o mehwe me ba no
enia yeti ye eye Uraba Benjamin Boaten ne ba ne Sandra Boaten wonye mfinhie aduro no 9 nurse ni a okopa bibia bedi o ababaye osrani na kosam na mote no ye koye no se ye kirekire mo akyerem a ba bi oda no ginyame na ba mu a obetumanya enkwa na watrasiem papa mu hwe no oye pensioner obi a wa pon adwuma wa ahomegie mu kapre na ba bia akwadai na nka bi oye na ni da so a woko ababaye omampanik sebo se wo mo a komukope saa soja diere nyina wo prepare nyina no obehwe wo mo Sandra de na aba ya yi ne ba akwa hye ne nsam ye de ye kana fidie so nya asere regional minister Ora Frank amakọ hene se ye kan se konfanoche Sandra da ho onsi ho a obeka se ye atrofo no ye ka kire se Sandra ese odafie ya aba ne ka se obehwe no nti onka ncho mampani se Sandra ka omo a wo mu prae no ho ne de no ani anya kra mpo chen obi ade Sandra hia mo a e wo se aban ne boa no anya nkura biem ni papa ni bi
samna reho samna oyonko danu da o abusia
ye to ba ka monye sika kwese
why not
ye to ba ndi mo ye say dia na say post mo pe post dia kum ho ye bibia de wene na we fe nipa ye die ne nkwa
ma order say mo hwe no a mo hwe no en madaroma mo hwe no
jama ba ya ye se nkwada ne mpa adwuma we on bedwuma no
on bedwuma kwa
bedwuma so ye hwe na wi ye na fe de hwe de onamu
na nya ho mete sem kura obi beko na asia wie no wa wie ne say adwuma ne ntimi sa akopɛ so jadi enye fe abusua yansa tuhwa na yankɔ man mra sɛ bagya fie biem 24-hour economy no abe no a na na se we ne ojina mde amanfo no mo afia nkwanta honorable Isaac bo amanya ako won so dey atu judge nyame anim 24-hour economy aba no one day osu se ebe ya empanifo nya abotre kakra no omuntu abadwafuo bi no omu hwehwem enkenkan krata akira amanfo ansa na kom de abam na se badwafie kwa fi se asoya ya wo mo na hwe adwadie ni mfiri nyuma nsem so asoya ya wo mo hwe apadie nsem so asoya hwe mabunu ye nsem so wo mo ye adwuma ne dada na fei yesi amanfo ni adwuma ye nti wo mo sare 24-hour economy aba wonde wadwuna wonte ase wose bi ni tibet ene stem chese ni nyina ya ade ba ko a esua ne ma ebebo ama ne matumatu mpon enti duom de ba no eye nanso ekuoma fa so no wonde wadwuna wonte ase yente honorable Isaac bo amanya ako ensema oka ede afa ehun bi
game or objective or trying to play to the public gallery that for whatever reason the 24-hour economy bill has been passed or a policy document has been submitted. The entirety of this particular 24-hour economy is already being done in Ghana by different sectors of the ministries, departments, and agencies. And so there's a duplication role, and we are going to take taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money that can be used for other developmental objectives of this country is going to be used to establish an authority. It's going to be used to pay for CEOs. It is going to be used to pay for board members. It is going to be used to pay for other officers who already we have the framework in terms of our government architecture to deliver on this particular mandate. We are not, it's a policy or it's a campaign promise. It is for the government to deliver and redeem it. So nobody would have a bounce for you to do it. But to channel other purposes or vehicles like an authority and use taxpayers' money that can be used to develop other essential parts of this economy just to establish an authority for this purpose, I find it very unnecessary, Mr. Speaker. To end, Mr. Speaker, the document that we are being looked at, or the report, never spoke about the 1-3-3 shift. The document never spoke or gave direction that the 24-hour economy is going to run the shift, whereby various particular specific areas are going to run 8-hour shifts. It's one particular job is going to create 3 jobs. That particular promise that they gave within the 24-hour economy is missing.
Obviously, for Honorable Isaac Buamanya, across 24-hour economy bill, no one can come, woman who say, yes, you way, if you're calling a palm, be a coin, and now say, we are a father, we woman had done church, Musa, canning in a boom, and 20 years to say, a penifone comrade beam. One of you, and Honorable Isaac, I don't go, and so that two judges say, well, what else you said, don't come on and park in Kaikra, woman, your brank and car, dear. Ano mababa nteno wa mutu mfutu nkrofo ntino wo munko no munko kenkai no munkenkai a wo mbete ase ye ntowura Isaac Adongo de ono so aka che ne nuanam na hye yi.
That will ensure that whatever we want to do is well thought out and implemented and funded, and that is where MPP will remain in opposition for the next 30 years because of 24-hour economy. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, it appears people did not even read the memorandum that came with the bill. If people had read the memorandum that came with the bill, it would have been clear what Cabinet and the government of Ghana wants to do with this authority. And it is not our fault that you don't read. The fact that you don't read is not our fault. But please, I will ask you to go back and read the memorandum that accompanied the bill so that you don't embarrass yourself before the people of Ghana. You don't come and make arguments that are not supported by the facts, and that the bill itself has a memorandum which explains what the government wants to do. And if you are minded, you will go and read it. Mr. Speaker, what this 24-hour economy and the authority is thinking of doing is to ensure that we create an environment that allows the private sector to take the commanding heights in the implementation of this 24-hour economy. We want to make sure that at this time, when the government has already set the environment that promotes business, interest rates are dropping like you have never seen before. Inflation is all over the place, and exchange rate today is something that you dreamt for 1,000 years and you can never do it. So this is the time that businessmen have confidence in the economy. This is a time that businessmen can raise money at a cheaper cost to implement 24-hour economy. This is a time that it is cheaper.
Dongo no wase saa 24 economy no bebie kwa ma ankronkro nyuma hodo mu bebie ni no ma bebie dada no wo manya kwanya fa nipa ma binum kɔ akire ne bi nso akonto nso kyekire mu a wode ama eno no aban ne sambaako ya na otaka pa ye nkokɔ nketenkete initiative ampa obai wapa hontoma kumasia ene kɔ so wahya se wotu ho anamon na akɔ asutifi north mainstream ewa hafomantemu a wo mo anya nkokɔ no maako empem do 10,000 best edi ama ankrankra wombɛyɛn bie so a womododo yɛ mpem miensa 3,000 beneficiaries na ebra wode ma no district chief executive Emma Esutifi North Honorable Hafiz Dauda Dabil ekyerɛkyerɛ mu de wombɛyɛ womo ede ama womo no ene mo a aban ne bɛkɔ so ade abo a womo afutu ade ama womo dwumadi ekɔ so ɛwɔ donkokurum.
The president, and the division in our say the president dash. But who your challenges pa any more solutions are or the baba with me and solve your challenges. Now one of the key one was among the agri sector. And Coco, taking millions of dollars from our coffers. Now president who said Coco idea it easy. Enti ade na yenye na yemwa Ghana for na yankasa yentimi raise poultry farmers na yetimi enyiza importation tax be benefit then create employment then some hygienic nkoko a obetimi anya fresh nkoko e dey aye enuane na improve your health. Enti program way I shall see president therefore feeling the promise. No here the whole Ghana, every district Biano, 10,000 beds. That is the first phase. The first phase you not have so and a stiffy enough. Now you are about 3,000 beneficiaries. This first phase you distribute ama woman no pence and some go no are ready. Omoje mwana omonso afantiti mu a ometimi ahwe mwana no ebetimi anyini duru level ometimi aton omasa afa binum asa aton na afede omo expand omugoko no enti ene dwumedie beda omampeni ase ene ya great minister say promise here no wotimi afofele em say nije aba because bia ne nsaka nkokodi bia no neni ade so obehwe nkokɔ no so na sa farming na opese okɔ no atimi ay sustainable what me expand let me aboa ye na yetimi aboa create employment so ama your community members and a city of district near na intimeda mu nyina ma se mo so mo ba ye shemo bon so se ye ne agri officers ye be boa na monitor program we o metimi aso
we Esutifi North aban krachepani Honorable Hafiz Dauda Dabil na enuachi womo a enya nkokɔ nketenkete bie ene ye di nkomo Moro Abbas ekire na nijie we de koso ewo donkokrom Esutifi ena yate ho nsɛm Moro Abbas ena okasa ye busafo eni semanum kurampo ena yede tumanim efa Sandra Boaten na ese ne na okope soja nanso akowie ne de akowie ye asama ben anopa kwame tanku eka ho asɛm ena okan ne ne so waka sisi ye wie ya na yeto nkra ekwa abusuafo ne fie na yebisa omo sɛ ye nua ba no ne ho tesɛn no mse nyame adom sɛ anopa ne ye ka ho asɛm ade ba wie ya mu na no aban mpanifo abefa no de ne kɔ konfa no che aban asopiti ya ye hwɛ no ne kyɛ sɛ oni fie akɔ ayarasabia aban mpanifo na aye ne aban mpanifo de a regional minister bɛka ho
very good nti omu nto aso
ye dana se
bo wayɛ ade
ya bɔ na ba so de waye no
omu nto aso
na pa na omu nto aso na
kopim sɛ radio man sɛ so na no beto no na nyamenhyira so
ba
abusuani yefru ani etuhwa ne amese enko adanse asokwa emansini mu abusuafo the district roads improvement program drip MPP abraso no amde baaye onya greda no onya caterpillar no onya awiabo na nyamia nie won ba ye ntima anya adwuma bia na no na akompesua no so ho a do coordinator Eyuru Amajid governor odatu ja chem se so ba dan simpatam a akwan a na pratiti nyina wom de ayeye ni nyina kama akwamunu bebre kura ho a wom de ayeye ama manfo ho to wom eno ne sentwefo hia no ka chem so MPP for na de ba yo nanso mba no mu ni emrantia ne mabawa wo mabene afidie ne se a wo beye ntia no mena si wo saa no man dis for ba ye no wom no wo saa cruise no ho a wo ma sha ase de ye adwuma no enti wom de ba ye adwuma mankrofo ehwo ato wo mo ye nti Eyuru Amajid governor
grape no eso ewo mfaso wa bra ye adwuma ye hwe aban a etwa mu na mo de grape no share dem eno nti even no mo party for no in particular kra enim grape adwuma adwuma ye most often no make sure challenge na MPP for obi a ba na okoshin me say we grape coordinator o he machine so keke adenti na de we bi asi kroma o de street ni nyina ye ti say MPP for na mo ho mbodi afa grape na anya adwuma nti o mu hu ni say party si ho asehwesofo na obi hia mbom a wa ba baji di akwa bibi but enne NDC aban eba ye no o hwe emmabu na ye de adwuma ma ye na ye nyina ye te ho agumonten na ye adwuma se na ye be manfo asetrem be kama na ye taxpayers sika na ye de koto drip machines no o ma feel
we Amajid governor no wie ye no na DC ya ono wa danse asokwa onabo Albert dakura osinyame no ye drip coordinator na ya de papa ye ntie wono so ne nsema waka e de akire
danse asokwa de enokre ya kwan de ye challenge emaye so we ye district no mo a like I say akwantimpon a ye hukota wo so no eye akwan a etwam eko Cape Coast ene obuase kwan na eno so krampo no kota ni nyina atutu nti ura ye district no a akwan eye challenge pa the challenge e be address eye say aha ye gina ye krampo no we say eye clinic say obi eyare obi hu dodo na ye de netina moto so kra ebetimi de na kwa yare sabia sa kwa na nya ne se obi yare titire so awo ka oba kwa ye de ne be fa so de na kwa yare sabia na ya na eye challenge e maye enti we ye ne be ma ye dwumadie ya kwantuo se obi pese osidan oye project bi a oboko nkro no bi wo ho obi esi ne dan no oto anwea na abo na odobegu be sha ha ne eye aboabo number 2 station ho na sana wasade abobo ya atwe akọ eye ne site ho ni nyina eye eka impre no ba we ye ne be makro no ma bie e de development nkuntro so be sa aba obi opese osida
we adanse asokwa DC honorable Albert dakura no wie ye no ohima ono aboabo number 2 na uhu acha boadu otoso no mo ya de papa baby wana kwa kura ni o mo twa kwa atu amehofo ese do mso hunu kwan mo ya de yentie na nanso
eba se awoka obi no wo akira ansa na yan fani free one ma medru aha clinic no na de ebesie na asi obi wo hono kwa otimi hwere ne nkwa e wo kwam obi wo nso a eba sa no a edi ne besi moto so ya yan fani ma medru clinic no na moto ne be woso no na ama ne ha ne hwe no ayaden ne wo se transfer ne de ne ko kesiem eti NDC for ba ye no aye de ade se de to wo mani mo no nyame anum ni e ka se omu edi mehwam a na ye tro
me did asandi charles usu asal member of adansia babo number 2 electoral area ye di kan ye be da drip coordinator e be bo na baso pa e kwan ya omu twe se de be boa pa kesie eni se obi be wo a e kwan ya obe fa so obe ba no e bi e be du akra no na moto de ba ti wotimi ntimu e to de bi a wo ho abo se phone no e bele obeyesi obi wo ha
obsafo ya danse asokwa adehye ho no mani age a omni nsemi atodwa
na Fidelity Bank sikakrabia no ededa kwasi wo ayenkyerɛkyerɛ ede afa sikasɛm de amansa ntwerɛfo ntie one day financial sector training program kumasi ya na ekoso na numu na Fidelity for egina so ma nsɛntwerɛfo 50,000 Ghana cedis sɛ yenye na nsɛntwerɛfo dan a yesi no kumasi anom santimantem no yemfamwa Managing Director Emma Fidelity Bank Mame Julian Opuni ekasa na odi tudwa sense ntwofo ye boy homode pa ya wo so boa yen eti no se omaboa ya na ese fata
present I'm obesi no Kumasi for a chapter no mubusa say mo bia obi abetimi aboa magi na ye de satum na mo aboa metimi esi no nti fidelity yes only be start nti ye sha say ye be boa with 50,000 cedis ye de be boa for project na mo ye no na idea yenso de yakoma so say ye be boa media no awo nye Kumasi nko aga na nyina media for no mu hia pa say timi ene Ghana for dodo no etine ma ekoso ase o banking mu ene niema even sa aban bi ba ebe ma banks no ejina ho mo no se ne be ya ye be mo mate ase ye be hia mo nso ye share no me hu se ese se ye ejuma ye no ye ejuma kakra ne church mu niema ngu na se mo mate ase niema na ekoso no na mo sam be hu se ne mo be to aso akasa general public no obi abeti ase se sei ni ekoso Ibu ani for the name by Emma Obia Bohu, say koso. More media for Mubeti Mama Obia says, oh, yes, in it here. So BT baby no can be about other bank be and answer Bibi Fubia Koso. Oh, and yet no credit because say. About my kind of fucking answer, as you say, in your BB Abu on social media so and crying no credit. If you are so Fidelity, you're 20 years in there, yeah, bank, Ghana bank, Fidelity, Ghana for 1 year. Na yebepɛ sɛ afinu mu a ebe ye ne mo be ejuma na makoso mu ne ebe ejuma na amagana fo ati ase sɛ Ghana fo so tino beka me pɛ sɛ meka sɛ ye wade oye but em sɛ ye ebe ho yan so ye nim sɛ yan kase shi betimi esi niema
Owura Julian Opuni na akasai one managing director Emma Fidelity Bank Sekakrabia no na ode cha kenema no sanchirofo kubata ya wasante mantemu ye pani owura Kofi Domfe eje na ode aseda Emma Fidelity Bank for.
I want to say thank you very much for this. In fact, the building project has been something that is upon the hearts of the members here. Unfortunately, something happened latter part of the middle of 2024 where we lost the land. But fortunately, through the Asante intervention, we have a new facility. In fact, the new executive has been thinking through how we're going to develop the new space. And this is really coming at a great time. And being a pace setter for our present project, want to tell that we indeed appreciate this. And we promise you that this will be put to good use and your name will be written in gold. About the fact that I bank with Fidelity for June time. But I also want to appreciate our predecessors.
Yenua adu domfe eno no sanchofo kubata wa santemantemu yetetrani eno no yakwa hamana so na yenua Kwame Tanko akwedi nkomo zia na retu manim se Sandra Boten baabi a oda no eni enyan yeka wasema nyame adom se okwa koduru konfa no chia aban so petia aban abamu a wo hwe nenne Lawson penifo ko honom etu anamo soronko Kwame Tanko enedi animu senior majoe
Audio Mijoso,
nyame adom ya ho ye mo ne adwuma soso
adwuma da se
enamutu anamo eko Sandra Boten ho mukoye den na mukoye ye
yo menia edikan no ya fase da ma twi ampon Nyankopon se atemi ye hyase a aban ye se ofa asrafo a ye te ne esi ye no ye adwen hwe ye bedi akire na ya hwe na ye na wo mu se na ye se Ghana ni won kan enko a fast stampede no ho so ya na esi Kumasi no so kra no casualty na ewo mu no na ano ede pa nti yenso ya fato ye se ebedi akire ampane ampa di akire from November last year no a ene ebe hu Sandra Boten a sabre no wo koma se bra esi sa obia edwane pene nkwa no oba otitoy na ho de ne sen ni pampempim we mu ene tietia ya tietia de tiria ma ekoka na dwene a feedie an se di padua no so no de adwene no beka se ye no na ye engine no nyina eno no nti ko wi achi na fi akwa ye den na ye je ho bia anyaba yi okokoma
and another hospital. The my chira ebisai say na e dey na mpanimfo ye dey abofise mpanimfo me ate ate say mpo won kro won afiri mu kra no man no behwe sie on achi won ate ate no a wo prepare no kra no ya san abo ho kaman na faka ni nyina nanso Sandra de na nti say nti ehu ye ne hu say da bi e kamia say ye twa Sandra ja sa na ate dey ayen say adwuma wo ho say bi ye kama omo ni kamafo nti be fa Sandra asem na to ye ho so ene fa to ye ho so ka bia ene de edin de ajibi okromu ha nanso ye say wonim nia wo ya ya wonso ni obi gina kira wo ka nti amana nhayen ye yire ho ye adwuma no akopim say fe de ani ko Sandra ho na eno na bronya no ekoba ya ye nyina ye ko break na ko break ba enu mu ho ene ye san esu say Sandra kwa ye ntin nkan nti sa na te de enko ayasabia ho ne enko hwe say nya bia na what say ye bo mu ko konfo anoche ho no mo a de ekote ye ne say oh Sandra ye yini kofie na mini odiefo ansana obi yare ho ayasabia be kata yini kofie no se na nipa ko ne ho ato no nti ebra ye te ne sa no ampa ye me kwate manage pa we de nyame ase sa na te de a ye mfra Sandra busuafo na ye misa say ne what is saying na bibia kwa ni aja ye nya so story e bit nya be che the first Sandra busuafo face asemi na e different and it's a Sandra won tono and I'm very for why sabia ho eyi ni se onko fie enti na kasa na e bibia ho na me ka che me team members mo me enko ho no me tu ka and e ko tano so dominance and ko Sandra fie ampa nya me no kra ni me ebra ko hu Sandra na me tini suo pop na be my emre na say to be Sandra wo mu enie ene ye say onko fie adande na asi ade na aba we nkwa de me nti afe enti ye keka eti bo ho ye firi abusuafo no ho aba nyina no be hye wo mbo se asam na de me ni so mu ni kamafo nanso ye beka bi ye betumi ahoden ye nyansa ebetumi aye bia ebe ye ne de aboa wo mo ampa ye bai to ani na ehu se ebra ban ka se omo ba boa omo akosa iya no na se o ha no mo no what the share defense ministry anan said the enyina no defense minister eni ho currently na your deputy defense minister ye mane ahoma mane ya nyame ye na dum ama ye wura brojaje mfiji ye nso ene ye sa wo fidie no so kire se aban se se sse obi a opra ye e wo saa dwumadie na se bia ne ye hwe no ada so gina ho aka ya se enti Sandra ade no kra de e so special and different and some attention here special enti bra ye nso ma ne hu mfoni videos ne de atie ene ne enti ma Sandra san kotena tie no no so ye ne ho akaka ene o hye se wa se medical director ya wo konfo no che se on chesa Sandra be san number back to hospital on mo enti manage say at the end of the day the minister chesa dia na chesa ni mu aba be yitu enti me ma Sandra Busha 40 said the minister waka in the enti nyame adom a enra because na ye benada enra wukuo no pedifo ba be fa Sandra ade achia no pa abono ndu ma wie program ye me ko fa Sandra abodu mienu ye ko fa Sandra abono mienu ye ko fa Sandra me fra Sandra Busha fom so obi ama ha ofra konfo no chia na afi na me hu se ba bia duro no se yan kasa anse anfe ho anyimu bia be den enti me mane ahoma ko national ambulance service wo ana me kire nsemi mu kire wo mo ampa omo so de ose ye yoyo agitu mu first time ya me ankasa me tena ambulance mu eye enra ana me tena ambulance mu ana team no so tu ka bi akire ana ye san ko tano tano so dominance ana ye ko fa Sandra nyame adom deche ana enra na nwumre ye san Sandra ba konfano cha ba ya sabia ye ne ba ye ana ye ne go through processes ne nyama ne nyina ade ade a ye fe ye mind ba bi se hana ona na nyame ne nokra ni mini na fe ye hiadra monkotomra ye hia we a monkotomra fe na me bisa me ho se ye se amaya fa kai nyina ha tabre so eguso hye abusuafo se koto adru we bra koto we bra ne ade abusu so sebi ma wurawura mu ha hu wo mu nibi abusu ne nibi ani ade nti eye na kakra enti bi ko so mane ahoma kana de fa na fa o de fa na fa na me ka che Sandra na abusuafo se enya hwe omo nto adru we na ye hu de betumi aye ampa ene ye tena fidie so e de to Ghana man nyina nim nyame obedie nyina ho afofie enso boayen no pa within just 2 hours na Ghana for abom modern average 120,000 our Ghana so 1.2 billion our Ghana say so enano pay e di amayen se Sandra tem e yadodo boy Ghana ni se Ghana buy say ana say omo ye kokwasa wo ho a omo de ombetumi aye e di aboa eno no enti omo nso yiska e di boy ya sabe ye sika no a na me yadom a okira omo nso abeka na ene e ma e call ye ne say na se Sandra e call special ward na Endra Tama ni efi hon mo no na Sandra Nyankoi ampa enebra e call hon still na Sandra Nyanko special ward na mum chemum de ma yen ni say afei na nipa bi no ye discharge o mo free special ward ho enintie no afei na space beba hon mo na ya technicalities ube documentation ube sign ade ube tietia ne ma answer wo fi wo no e chekaka enti enanyu me to mo hye me boss ni fie be no nso e di America say sabre die ya de Sandra e co special ward sabre ye twen say adopter fogu so hwe no nyame de nsa beka no na e ho betumi atono din si America say die odiefo ba bia yira e wa asem no mo no
yo senior ye bedam ase onyame nhyira oni team ni nyina ne Lawson fo nyina se the Bible can o say wanya ma wonuanom yi wanya ma me nti no mo ayama ye nua Sandra na chese ya ma onyankopon ye da se ekina ye beto aso afrifie
ye da se
yo ye ni akwa metanku na ye ten nka no ye de kase bo ne besi na ye de aseda ma Febraury Herbal Center kurase doctor yare biara okone nchen a obeboa okuma se breman no thank you Jesus fi honom obayasro tefo no any church of